Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well, and today I'm going to present you Ryanair, ticker RYAAY. My name is Manuel Cukaj and I'm a junior in the AIM program covering international industrials. Ryanair Holdings is the holding company for the European airline Ryanair. They are a low-cost carrier and offer short-haul and point-to-point routes throughout Europe. The company was founded in 1997 and is headquartered in Dublin, Ireland. The Ryanair Group is the market share leader of the Europe airline industry, and they offer the lowest fares and also record the lowest cost throughout the whole industry. They are a pioneer of this low-cost model in Europe and have a long track record of showing that they can successfully run this business. The current situation for the airline industry is obviously heavily impacted by the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, as there are almost no flights offered anymore and most airlines have grounded their fleets. This shock in demand is unprecedented, but I believe that Ryanair is well positioned while others will struggle to survive this time. My first driver is survival of the fittest. In times like this, where demand is really low, airlines require a lot of cash and liquid capital in order to cover the operating expenses. Ryanair has one of the industry's strongest balance sheet and enough cash available to cover their operating expenses for at least 1 year without flying or any additional financing. Furthermore, they have a flexible CapEx plan, which means spending related to their Boeing purchases, for example, can and already has been deferred in order to increase liquidity. And another measurement the company already implemented, they just recently announced that all the staff all the payment for all staff and also senior management has been cut by 50%. This positions Ryanair very well to survive during this time where there's basically no flights at all. My second driver is based on cost leadership, which refers to the business model of Ryanair. They have a competitive cost advantage and they achieved it through multiple things. First of all, they only use mainly one aircraft. Also, they only operate short-haul flights, which saves them the cost of offering free food and free drinks for their customers. Besides that, they also only operate in a point-to-point system, which means they don't have any layover customers and need to save costs in that aspect. They also have a very high industry-leading load factor, which means their planes are almost full at all times. They can secure cheap airport deals because they promise airports that they deliver growth, and they've done so in the past, and that's why airports like basically Ryanair to be at their airports. Also, the company has compensation plans that encourage employee productivity, which has been shown very effectively. Now, since they have this competitive cost advantage, they have the ability to lower the fares and offer those low fares while competitors struggle to do so. By doing so, they can attract price-sensitive customers, and after this pandemic, they will be able to incentivize customers to fly again. My third driver is capitalizing on consolidation. In the European airline industry, there's a heavy trend of consolidation. As a comparison, in the US, the four biggest airlines make up about 80% of the market share, while in Europe, those four biggest airlines make up about 40% of the market share. In 2019, we have already seen a lot of airlines filing for administration or going out of business, including Thomas Cook, for example. And also this year, the low-cost carrier Flybe already filed for administration. Lufthansa just announced the retirement of their low-cost carrier subsidiary, and two other of the top four low-cost carriers, which are EasyJet and Norwegian Air, are in financial distress as they currently do not have enough liquidity available to cover their expenses. So they are relying on government aid, and it's not sure yet if they will receive credit or not. So what I'm saying is that the industry will heavily is still in this consolidation trend, which will be accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic, as airlines will now struggle quicker than they originally would have. This gives the opportunity for Ryanair to capitalize on vacated market share and boost revenues and boost passenger numbers without the need of the overall market growing too much. Now I want to quickly touch on the risks, which I think are very important. The first one being environmental taxes. If there's new emission taxes in Europe, they could hurt Ryanair more than other airlines that have large operations outside of Europe that wouldn't be affected by those taxes. Secondly, Boeing is a big risk because further delays in their airplane delivery will affect the company, and also it's not sure yet how customers will react to the new product, to the new aircraft, and that might deter demand at first. And lastly, I mentioned government bailout. As I said, there's a couple airlines in financial distress, actually a lot of them, and there might be some of them getting bailed out by the government, which would put Ryanair at a disadvantage, because currently in their strong position, it doesn't look like they're receiving any help from the government. In my peers, you will basically see the 4 airlines that are ranked in market share behind Ryanair, and also Wizz Air, which is a low-cost carrier like Ryanair, and which is the closest cost competitor to Ryanair. They have the lowest cost per passengers after Ryanair. EasyJet is also a low-cost carrier, so those two compete closely with Ryanair in their terms of business model and also probably target market. Ryanair is well positioned to survive the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and to rebound quickly after. They will also be able to capitalize on a continued consolidation trend in the industry. Thank you for listening, and now I want to open the floor for questions, comments, and any thoughts.